Tara switched off her phone and dropped it inside her bedside drawer, burying it beneath old receipts and a faded invitation card from someone's birthday party she didn't even attend. The silence that followed was strangely comforting. No pings, no vibrations, no WhatsApp notifications. She hadn't spoken to Alex since the night she walked out of his family dinner, and she wasn't planning to anytime soon. She needed to breathe to be herself again without the constant scrutiny of Mrs. Adetola's eyes, or the pressure of proving her worth in a room where she was always seen as an outsider. She stayed in her apartment, curtains drawn, barely eating, scrolling through fabrics and design sketches. It was like returning to her first love, fashion, the one thing that had never betrayed her. She began spending her days sketching outfits, experimenting with designs using leftover fabrics, and posting simple pieces online through her fashion page, which had been inactive for nearly a year. Her first post, an Ankara kimono, with clean stitching and bold colors, got over 0 likes within 24 hours. She didn't stop. Each day, she posted a new piece. Structured blazers with African motifs, wide-leg trousers that complemented curvy bodies, hand-beaded handbags made by a woman she partnered with in Abeokuta. Slowly, her comment section began to fill up. Where can I order this? Do you ship to Ghana? This is fire! You're back, I missed your style. And then came the moment that changed everything. A popular fashion influencer reposted one of Tara's designs with the caption, "Who is this designer and where has she been hiding?" That post alone drove thousands of new followers to Tara's page. Orders began to pour in like Lagos rain in July. She had to hire 2 tailors, a logistics manager, and a customer service assistant all within 10 days. But she wasn't thinking about Alex. Not when she was meeting with vendors in Yaba to source fabric. Not when she was coordinating deliveries across the country. And definitely not when she was responding to email inquiries from fashion buyers in the UK. No, Tara had entered her element. She was building her brand in her own, without connections, without approval, without the Adetola name. Meanwhile, in the Adetola mansion, tension simmered. Alex was not himself. He barely ate. He spent more time in his room than usual and barely said a word during family dinners. One afternoon, his father called him aside. "You look like a ghost," Mr. Adetola said. "What's troubling you?" Alex sighed. "It's Tara." "The girl from the dinner?" "Yes, she's gone. She cut me off. And honestly, I can't blame her." Mr. Adetola adjusted his glasses and looked at his son. "I like her. She has character. And she stood in that dinner with more dignity than half the politicians I've done business with." Alex raised his eyebrows in surprise. "Your mother can be difficult," his father continued. "She wants what's best for you, but she doesn't always know how to show it. I've seen her push away good people before." "What should I do?" Alex asked. His father looked at him squarely. "You're a man now. You decide the life you want, but make sure you choose someone who makes you stronger, not just someone who pleases others." Later that night, after hours of pacing, Alex marched into the living room where his mother was watching a family drama on Africa Magic. "Mummy, we need to talk." She muted the TV slowly and turned to him. "Yes?" "I love Tara, and I'm not going to let you or anyone push her away again." Mrs. Adetola stared at him. "Alex, you're emotional. That girl, she doesn't fit into our world." "No, she doesn't fit into your idea of what my world should be, but she fits into mine perfectly. She's not from our kind of background. She built herself from nothing. She didn't inherit comfort. She earned it. She's smarter, kinder, and more grounded than anyone you've ever introduced me to. And if you can't see that, then maybe the problem isn't her." There was a pause. The house help who had been walking past stopped mid-step, pretending not to listen. Alex continued. "If you can't respect the woman I choose, then maybe you don't respect me either. Because Tara is who I want, and I will not marry anyone else." He walked away before she could reply. The next morning, something shifted in the Adetola household. For the first time in a long time, Mrs. Adetola didn't criticize the cook. She didn't call her sister to complain about today's girls. Instead, she sat in the garden scrolling through her phone, deep in thought. She stumbled upon a shared post on Facebook. It was from a business page Tara's. She clicked, mildly curious. What she saw surprised her. Pictures of well-stitched, Elegant designs, with real customers wearing them proudly. Video testimonials from women praising Tara's designs for helping them feel confident. A short documentary clip of Tara speaking at a fashion tech event, talking about building businesses with authenticity. Her speech was articulate, intelligent, powerful. For the first time, Mrs. Adetola saw her not as Alex's girlfriend, but as a woman in her own right. Weeks passed. Tara's brand was now being mentioned in magazines. She did a shoot with a major lifestyle brand and even got invited to showcase at an international fashion exhibition in Nairobi. She was glowing again, confident, independent, fulfilled. One evening, she received a phone call. Unknown number. Hello. Good evening, Tara. It's Mrs. Adetola. Silence. I saw your brand online. The designs are beautiful. Tara didn't know what to say. I know things got out of hand. I wanted the best for my son. I thought I knew what that looked like, but I was wrong. More silence. There's a family event this Saturday. A proper one. I would like you to come. As our guest. Or as our daughter. Tara's throat tightened. I'll think about it, Ma. You don't need to wear Iro and Buba, the woman added. Just bring your grace. Tara smiled faintly. Good night, Ma. On Saturday, Tara walked into the Adetola mansion. Once again, but everything felt different. She wore a cream pantsuit she designed herself fitted. Flawless. Powerful. Her natural hair was styled in a bun. Her earrings gold and simple. No overcompensation. No pretending. As she entered the hall, every head turned. Alex stood near the staircase, and for a moment, he just stared. Then he smiled that smile that started everything 2 years ago. Mrs. Adetola approached slowly. Her face was unreadable. Then she did something no one expected. She clapped. Once. Then twice. Then a full applause. Others joined in. Tara blinked, unsure how to respond. You didn't come here to win anyone, the older woman said. But you won us anyway. Tara smiled. I only came to be myself. Alex walked toward her, kissed her hand and whispered, Welcome home. This time she didn't need approval. She already had everything she needed: self-respect, love, and her identity intact. She didn't just survive the test. She rewrote the whole script. As the applause died down, the tension in the room softened like a tight rope finally loosening its grip. Tara looked around, taking in the faces that once regarded her with suspicion, pity, or judgment. Now, those same faces held curiosity, admiration, even respect. And it wasn't because she had begged for their acceptance. It was because she had walked away, found herself, and come back on her own terms. She nodded politely at the guests who greeted her and thanked the ones who complimented her outfit. Everything she wore that day, from her heels to her minimal gold accessories, was from her own fashion line. People were already whispering, asking for her business card, following her page on Instagram right there at the event. Alex stayed close but didn't hover. He let her move through the room like the queen she was becoming. His eyes followed her with pride and quiet affection. He had seen her rise. He had seen the fire in her when she was nearly broken. And now, he was simply watching her shine. After about an hour of mingling, someone tapped a spoon against a wine glass and called for attention. Mr. Adetola stepped forward to speak, standing tall with the quiet confidence of a man who had built empires but still knew when to let family come first. We are grateful to have you all here tonight, he began, his voice carrying across the garden hall. Today's gathering isn't just about business or status or power. It's about people. It's about recognizing growth, resilience, and love. He paused and looked directly at Tara. When my son first introduced Tara to us, I'll be honest, I didn't pay much attention. I assumed she was like the others, temporary, superficial. But I was wrong. I've watched her rise, and not because anyone handed her a ladder. She built the ladder herself and climbed every rung. Guests murmured, impressed by his sincerity. She embodies what we value most: hard work, integrity, and grace. And if she chooses to be a part of this family permanently, I will be proud to call her my daughter. There were claps again, this time louder, more genuine. Tara swallowed hard, touched beyond words. She felt her throat tighten, but she blinked away the tears. She had cried too much in the past. Tonight wasn't for tears. Tonight was for victories. Mrs. Adetola approached her next, and even though her smile was still slightly stiff, it was real. She took Tara's hand in hers. "I may not have made things easy for you," she said quietly, "and I'll regret that for a long time. But I see you now, Tara. I see your worth, and I'm sorry it took me this long." Tara nodded slowly. "Thank you, Ma. That means a lot." The two women held each other's gaze for a few seconds, and something silently shifted in unspoken truce formed not out of obligation but out of mutual respect. The evening flowed effortlessly afterward. Food was served, laughter echoed, and people danced. Tara wasn't just present, she was central. Aunties pulled her aside to ask for fashion consultations. A family friend's daughter asked if she could intern with her. Even the DJ mentioned he followed her brand and was rocking one of her unisex jackets. At one point, Alex led her to a quieter corner of the garden. The string lights above glowed like soft stars. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small velvet box. "Before you panic, it's not what you think," he said with a teasing smile. Tara laughed. "Then what is it?" He opened the box to reveal a thin gold bracelet with a small charm shaped like a sewing machine. "I had it made," he explained, "because you sew beauty into everything you touch. And I want you to always remember that even when things get hard again." Tara's heart melted. She reached out, letting him fasten it around her wrist. "I love it," she said. "And I love you." They stood there for a while, hand in hand, watching the celebration from the sidelines. No performance, no pressure, just peace. By the end of the evening, as the last guests departed and the staff began cleaning up, Tara took one final look around the mansion. She didn't feel small here anymore. She didn't feel like an outsider or a guest struggling to belong. She had carved a space for herself not through loud declarations or trying too hard, but by knowing when to walk away and when to return with her head held high. Tara had come full circle not to seek approval, but to prove to herself that she never needed it in the first place. And now, with her brand flourishing, her voice respected, and love standing beside her, she was no longer just the girl Alex was dating. She was Tara, bold, independent, unapologetically enough.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more teachable and inspiring folk tales by FE.